High school basketball coverage in high definition, live on VTV6. Live coverage from VTV, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, The Advisor Group, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. VTV, your life in HD.
Welcome to Union High School. I'm Mark Mason. With me is John Nurden. And new this time, John, we have Braxton Nielsen down as a sideline reporter. This is great. Braxton Nielsen, a former Union Cougar player.
Yeah, absolutely. New to us, but not necessarily new to the high school here.
Yeah,
he was a great star in his time.
Yeah, he was a great star. The Nielsen family contributed to a lot of years of great action that I've had the pleasure of watching. So we'll have him down on the sideline reporting. And we have a great matchup tonight. The Union Cougars host the Juan Diego Eagles. And this game is streaming live at strata.tv and will be rebroadcast on VTV Cable Channel 6 and in high definition in Cable Channel 706. Visit our website, vtvchannel6.com, for season broadcast schedule and coverage details. And John, we're talking about a 13-0 Juan Diego team here hosting the Union Cougars. What do we got for the keys to today's game?
You know, the keys for the girls, so Juan Diego didn't respond to us, but their key is obviously have the sisters, the Mills sisters, do well. You know, their combined scoring total often makes a difference in their game.
Sure, yeah. Dominique Mills scores 17 points a game, and Monique Mills for the Eagles averages 21 points a game. Between the two of them, that's 38 points, and you've got to contain them. So the Union Cougars obviously have the their keys to today's game.
Yeah, Coach Hoops, you know, they figure they need to handle the pressure that Juan Diego puts on. Juan Diego's fast and athletic. And then they need to finish their layups. You know, oftentimes that's the difference in a girls' basketball game, is finishing those layups. And then they need to stay out of foul trouble. You know, their better players need to be on the court longer.
For sure, yeah, you can't have your star on the bench. So as they do the national anthem, we're going to take a short break here, word from our sponsors. We'll bring it back and go down to Braxton Nielsen, who's talked to the head coaches.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be, because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on, and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Welcome back to Union High School, and with us today on the sideline, Braxton Nielsen, who's had a chance to talk to Sam Hoops. Braxton, what did you find out?
Well, before the game, I was able to talk to Coach Hoops and just get inside what he's planning on for this game. And he talked about wanting to play his ball game with these girls, not getting into Juan Diego's game, but making sure they hit their layups, like you said. And it gives them a chance to get back on defense when they make them layups, he said, and play aggressive and play Cougar basketball, which, you know, is playing without fear and playing hard defense. So I think this will be a good game and a good matchup.
Yeah, Braxton, you know, we're talking about when Sam Hoops says not get caught up in Juan Diego's game. Obviously, they have a style and an offensive style. And sometimes when you try to keep up with a fast-paced team, it brings you out of what you're used to doing. You know, as a player, do you remember games like that? And how do you control that? How do you control tempo like that?
You know, it's important to play your game. If you get caught up in Juan Diego's offense, and they're an athletic team, and you have to be able to control your tempo so your team and your your disposition doesn't get out of control.
Yeah, for sure. And on a game like today, you have two sisters that are both seniors that can score the ball. You know, they can score in volumes. You know, normally if you have one player, or you can take them out, but if you take out one, the other one's going to step up. How would you attack that? You know, you have two dynamic scorers on the court like that.
Definitely get your defense up and running. I think the defensive game, if they can get that going, then their offense will come. But you got to take care of them two scorers before your offense can get going.
Yeah, good defense leads to great offense. So let's go over the starting players, John, for the Juan Diego Eagles.
Do we have the starters? We don't. I don't believe we have it. I know that the two Mills girls are going to start, but I'm not sure who else starts for them.
Well, we missed it. We saw him announcing it. I should have been paying attention, but Braxton had some good points to bring in. So the home starting lineup for the Union Cougars is going to be number 3, Katie Ross. Number 10, Lexi Anderson. Number 20, Paige Farnsworth. Number 21, Chelsea Burchell. And number 30, Shayla Draper. And I am looking forward to this game. You know, it wasn't too long ago, John, that the Union Cougars would play the girls in the primetime spot. You know, they play them at 7 o'clock. They've switched that format here, but nonetheless, there's still a pretty decent crowd here. And this is a program on the rise right now. Let's see what Sam Hoots has in store for the Juan Diego Eagles.
Absolutely. You know, it's a good start to the region, to get your region going, but a tough team to start against. You know, they're number 1 ranked in the state, and just tough. So
yeah, well, you're 13-0, but you know, you got to play the game. You know, this isn't a game that's just automatically the Eagles to win. You know, they have to come through. They're the ones on the road. The Cougars are in their comfort zone, and it's like they say, you still got to play the game. The underdog wins sometimes. And even though the Cougars look like a big underdog in this case, I think they're going to play competitive basketball. Tips up, and the Cougars win the tip. So Absolutely. Back to Katie Ross, and she's going to set up the offense. You know, and Katie Ross is a little ball of energy. You haven't watched her much, but that ponytail gets a flopping. And
looks like somebody must have tipped that, you know. No backcourt call. So.
Boy, good ball movement right there. They tried to get it down to number 23. I'm missing
Ashlyn. Ashlyn Bird.
So as we set up here, we have the first foul of the game, and that's going to put Dominic on the line. Dominic Mills. Monique Mills, excuse me, number 21, Monique Mills. We're going to get that right.
Well, and I was looking at it was Cassie Houston who started. I'm not sure who she's in place of. It looks like she started in place of Draper. So it must have been a last-minute change since we talked to Coach. And they handle the pressure really well and get it right down there for a layup. That was an excellent play.
Yeah, and Shayla Draper there benefited from, and that's the only way to beat a press. Well, there's multiple ways, but passing is one of the most effective ways to beat a press. And they set it up nicely, and they force probably a forced shot, but then a good rebound and put back. So right now the Eagles lead 4-2 over the Cougars, patiently waiting for the trap to come, working the ball around, bring it up, and then the pass across. It's 3-on-2, and it's wisely held up so they can set up the offense and get into a more offensive flow.
You know, and I always call that little play a zig and a zag, where one player goes one way and one goes another. And, you know, it's a little tough. It looks really bad, but, you know, it was a great pass, and the gal that was going to receive the pass, she was doing a good thing to set a screen and open the field up, you know, or the court up, excuse me. And there we go again with the Mills. She just takes it right to the hole every time she touches it. No wonder she scores a lot.
We've seen that's the 4th offensive rebound, and it turns into a foul. And right there they fouled Dominic Mills. 2nd team foul for the Cougars.
That was on Shayla Draper. You know, good hustle, good effort trying to get the ball on that offensive board. Kind of got loose there on him. And she's not afraid to shoot it either.
And makes the 3-pointer. They lead 7-2 right now. So the starting lineup for the Eagles, number 12, Becca Curran, number 14, Ann Nelson, 15, Sarah Christiansen, 21, Monique Mills, and number 23, Dominique Mills. And
that foul was on Sarah Christiansen, and you know, she had to stop it. That was a sure layup. So
yeah, that's a good foul. It's on the floor. They're going to get a ball out of bounds. There's a timeout. It's going to be a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook to be entered in one of their fabulous drawings. So a quick start for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, we knew they would get onto a quick start, so this is where our coach has got to get the Cougars rallied and play their good D. You know, it's tough to stop that three-point shot. It's just right in your face. Someone's in there. But the 2 offensive rebounds before are a killer. You know, he's going to really work on that with the girls and get them looking to rebound a little better.
Well, sometimes when you have a natural scorer that's finishing at the rim, 2 or 3 players suck to that spot. And what happens is they vacate and those easy offensive rebounds happen. Look at that. Oh, but an even better play blocked by Sarah Christiansen. And coming back the other way, the Eagles, that was a nice entry pass. And it looked like a good play by number 33, Cassie Houston, but she got it blocked. Another three-pointer off the mark. Trap coming, Katie Ross.
Oh, and she's pushing it hard. And I like the way they're pushing against this pressure, you know. They're getting good early shots.
Now, they got to get those second chance buckets, though. They missed that. Fast break, Becca Curran scores, now 9-2. Here's the pressure. Ross up the sideline. And then swiped clean.
You know, and the Mills girls, they just look for each other. I believe they're identical twins, and so they just really feed off each other, and they know kind of where they are. But that was a good defensive stop there.
Yeah, that was. It was a good body check without being a foul. And you see Monique coming up the court behind the back, through the legs. It looks a little too natural.
Yeah, yeah. So that was, looked like Sylvie Butterfield came in. Ooh.
Oh, a turnover there. Cassie Houston. Oh, look at the spin move in the paint.
Boy, that was pretty, Mark.
Polished move by Monique Mills. Saw the pressure. Could have been a charge, but no. Spins around it. Easily beat the press here. Can they do anything with it? Sometimes.
Oh, she got knocked down. That looked like we should have had a foul there. You know, she's shooting that, and when she's coming down, the gal just fall all over her. That was rough.
The Homer and John wants to call Monique with the excellent drive, dish off. We've got a timeout. We're going to go full timeout. Take a word hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after this timeout.
Cougar fans, take a moment to throw through our newly public.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Welcome back to Union High School. Mark Mason and John Nerton with VTV Channel 6. Let's take a look at that spin move, John, because I got to tell you, Monique Mills comes in. Look at the defense. Oh, no defense. I'll just lay it up and in.
Yeah, that was pretty.
John, we could go get 10 of the boys right now, and they'd have 9 of the 10 of them would have a hard time pulling that move off.
You know, I wonder a little bit if she plays soccer. It looked like a play called a Maradona. You know, and she's just got some serious footwork.
Oh, yeah. I know the play where you're rolling the ball around backwards with the opposite foot. Yeah.
No, and that's what it looked like. So.
Yeah, that's incredible. Timeout here. Let's see what Coach Hoops works on to try to calm his girls down. You know, I want to go back to the press. They beat the press, and sometimes the worst thing you can do after you beat the press is shoot.
And they are taking that shot without really making sure they're going to make it. You know, and they're beating the press in the middle of the floor. Oh, and they get lucky there. Oh.
Lucky, unlucky.
Yeah,
so they almost corral it. That's number 10. Lexi Anderson comes into the game. Wasn't able to control it. Another three-pointer up and in.
Look at that double screen up top. You know, they know she's their scorer. They put 2 screen. And how about that foul?
Well, that's just a clean pickpocket by Becca Coran, who, by the way, is a sophomore. And then she draws the foul on the shot, earns herself a chance at the line. But yeah, you're right. They're running double screens for the scorers. And the Cougars got to figure that out. They've got to fight through, over the top, underneath, switch, something.
Absolutely. And after the Mills girls, the rest of the team, they get their points off that scrap, I've noticed. You know, they're getting that offensive putback. They're, you know, stealing the ball there on the press and you know, getting fouled and making free throws. That always helps too. So that's a good rebound. That was Paige Farnsworth. And
look at Katie go up the middle, up and in, but they're going to call the foul on the floor.
That's a rough whistle, dang it.
Well, I understand she gets fouled, but it's one of those ones you almost wish he'd just give it a half count before he blows, you know.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, we're yelling at him for not calling it, so he can't win no matter what. You know, and there's some pretty good pressure going on. Looks like they chase up top, put one on the top there, and then they kind of run a zone down below.
Oh,
so that's
there's
a great
shot. Lexi Anderson coming in the off the bench, scores, makes the second bucket for the Cougars on the night. Another turnover dribble.
That's a great job. You know, I see Coach change things. He's really picking them up high at the half court, wanting to put that pressure on early, and she just follows it right down. And was that Dominique, I believe?
No, that was yeah, it was
I can't tell the
Dominique Mills,
difference.
number 23. You're right, it was Dominique. Oh, shoot.
That's a good look, though. That's a good find, and then they hurry back and get it. That's good. I like the finds they're getting, and then maybe that shot needs just a second longer to make sure they make it, just like that one.
Well, that's a little bit lazy defense by the Eagles, but Chelsea Burchell's never going to complain when she has a wide open layup on the block, but it was an even better pass to find the open person. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Dominique Mills just in the right place at the right time, scoops up the ball and lays it up and in. Beat the pressure pretty handily. Now what can they do with it? Here comes the trap on the sideline.
And see how they keep that gal right up on top, number 12 for Juan Diego. Becca, she stays right up on that point guard, so when it goes to the corner and they run that trap, it is very hard to get it back out. But it is opening us up at the high post, so look for Butterfield to score a few more and Lexi Anderson. That's a great block.
Sure, it's a great block.
No jump.
One of the best things about that block is sometimes you see on a block shot, it's essentially a turnover. They block the shot out of bounds, but the other team gets the ball right back. Here's a block shot where she collects the ball and leads the fast break and then gets a foul out of Ann Nilsson, number 14. I mean, that's a crazy, great triple play. She gets the block, the steal, and then a foul.
Yeah, and absolutely, that was well done. God, just tenacious pressure. But see that high post? Yep, it's wide open. And there's a good foul. That's who we need to work right there. Got to get it into Lexi and have her do her thing right there. Getting free throws, earning some shots we really need here. The Cougars down 6-19. That's a tough start. So these start to become important early. And I jinxed her.
You may have. Lexi missed it just hard off the iron. She'll correct that and make the second one. Here on the L&L Motor replay, and you see the reason that she gets the foul is that after she went through, she comes down. And you try to teach him that verticality rule. Lexi does correct it, makes the second. Score 19-7. So the adjustment after the timeout's paying off. Some points scored. A little corner three, and it's good.
They shoot the three well as well.
That was Becca Coran that made that. And there's the foul. And they're not afraid to get the fouls, rack them up. I think that's Bryn Drummond that's come in relief. Bryn's also a sophomore. So we're seeing a lot of the underclassmen getting some important minutes. And I think that's important for Juan Diego. And next year they're going to have to figure out how to replace 38 points in scoring.
Yes, absolutely.
So might as well get some of these younger girls some confidence here in these varsity games. And That's what the coach is doing. Josh Archuleta is the head coach for Juan Diego. Oh boy, that was just a good play right there. How do you like the bump by Lexi Anderson?
No, and then we're coming back the other way with
Trap her in the corner, get her trapped.
A lot of pressure. They just see each other. That's just good passing. With no finish, but a good rebound. And you know, back the other way, and it seems like they keep beating that pressure and getting down there. Now we just got to make some baskets.
Off the glass, nope, she shoots it at the rim, misses. There's gonna be a foul on Lexi. And Dominique ends up three rows up after the shoulder check.
Absolutely. You know, today's game's brought to you by Ashley Regional, where you can receive quality orthopedic service. If you need physical therapy, consider Ashley Regional. Physical therapy department with a quality sports medicine therapist. Available, and visit them at ashleyregional.com. They'll get you more information.
I want to thank Ashley Regional and all our sponsors for helping John and I and VTV Channel 6 bringing you high school sports action. You know, I get caught up watching this high definition, and it's an even better definition down there, but the TV screen looks so good. So on the fast break, all by herself, straight at the rim, and she makes it. That's a tough shot.
Boy, and it looked like she got hit on the hand going up as well. Could have been a 2-and-1, so.
Yeah, Shayla Draper had to make the adjustment to come straight into the rim, and boy, John, that's tough, but boy, coming back the other way to the corner, and then number 14, Ann Nielsen, really sealed off, and she had position 2 feet deep into the paint. It's hard to defend it when you let them get that kind of position on the setup.
You know, when Juan Diego switched their defense, they're going for a full court man-to-man. They're no longer pressing with the trap, so hopefully that makes a little difference for the Cougars as well. Oh, and that shot, that's about the third one. That's right there.
Boy, and we had a chance right there. Chelsea Burchell gets a nice rebound in the right spot, and it's 2 inches short.
Boy, we got caught up watching that, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did. There's a steal, a beautiful steal. Chesney
Big
Nielsen.
fast break.
You know, we've got Braxton Nielsen down on the court. That's Chesney Nielsen. Braxton, is that any relation?
Yeah, that's my little sister. I taught her that, I'll have to admit.
Yeah, you know, she's just sitting there kind of floating around, almost like a linebacker that fell back into his own coverage to make that interception. You know, I knew you were a heck of a football player back in your day. Would she have been a great football player, a move like that?
I think she moves a lot like my younger brother, Gavin. I can't play football like him, but she does a good job.
Well, there you go. That was Hannah Horrocks with a great shot.
Yeah.
Opened the bank for us today.
Right, I thought the bank closed at 5, but apparently it's open after hours
And
today.
a great rebound.
Oh, and then a turnover, and as the clock expires off the front of the rim. So a fast-paced game, 24-9. Juan Diego, 24-11, leads the Union Cougars. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back after these words.
Hey, Uinta Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
So Mark, our coverage is brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefits package, insurance and retirement plans. They have the specialized team to help you meet your needs. They're the firm of firms.
The Advisor Group.
There you go. you know, I have a good friend that works there, or maybe 5 or 6 of them. So I go in there and talk to them all the time.
Well, shoot, we've had Jared McCagney come join us with VTV Channel 6 for the girls' soccer. There's a turnover. Monique, another spin move underneath, and she goes from the left side of the hoop to the right and puts it up off the glass. The turnover leads to easy points. Excuse me, that was Dominique. I'm not sure which one I called, but we'll clarify that it was Dominique. Got away with a little travel. Long two-pointer air ball. Collected by Shayla Draper.
And she looks at the ref like, what? But, you know, she did give her a little nudge with that knee that always just, you know, you think you're going to get away with it, and the ref didn't let her. That was that number 11?
Number 14, I believe, got the foul. It's their second on the night.
And Nelson.
Look at that. Nice move. Goes little pump fake, floats to the left. Doesn't make the 15-footer. And the three-pointer up and missed badly.
So bad that everyone was bouncing it around to receive that. And they rush it down the other end again.
Knocked out of bounds.
Monique looked like she, Dominique looks like she touched it.
You know, if we go to Mills on the call, we won't be wrong ever.
Good call.
All right. The drummer has to get out of the way real quick as they set up.
Look at that, just a battle even to get the ball in.
Yeah, making them work for everything. That's nearly a 5-second call, but it turns into a turnover. Katie picks it back up, and then number 23.
Mills
picks up a foul. No, that was, it was 23. Dominique Mills.
Did you see right before the Cougars stole that back, she dribbled that around her back to go.
Right. Yeah. Almost a little bit ridiculous. I believe that's her first, but it's the 7th team foul on Eagles. So now in the bonus for the rest of the half, Cougars on the line. They have to get it done here. Katie Ross.
She's been working hard. Look at her, you know, she's putting it all out there tonight.
Flushed in the cheeks. Somebody needs to go to get her a headband.
Well,
Braxton, we need to have you talk to the trainer, see if they've got a headband for Katie Ross. You want to take care of that here?
I need to. Man, she's out there hustling. It's fun to watch her.
Yeah, and they are making her work for every inch of that court. You see the press is relentless. You've been a player before in this situation. How do you find your rest when you have to defend their best player and bring the ball up the court solo like that?
It's hard, you know. With this pressure that Juan Diego has on Katie, she's doing a good job with her ball, but I think that's where your wings need to get open for her.
All right, so how does this girl on the line shoot her free throws, Braxton?
I'm not going to take any credit for this.
Just kidding. So essentially, she's going to swish both.
Oh, yeah.
On the line, number 24, Chesney Nielsen, almost makes the first, so the 1-on-1 not kind to the Cougars so far. Down 28-11, don't pick up the ball handler, drives in the lane, up and in. That's the shooter's touch right there, John.
No, she's pretty smooth getting that off. You know, she's fun to watch, but boy, it's tough when it's at the Cougars. You know, they're not happy that she's that good.
Well, that's a difficult shot. That runner, you're going right at the rim. To slow your body down and then put the right touch on the ball so it hits the rim, bounces up and in. I mean, that's a difficult shot for a lot of talented people. Today's game brought to us by Strata Network. Strata is proud to partner with VTV to provide live coverage of high school sports. I want to thank Strata Networks for helping us come here tonight. Wow, there's a foul, and I believe that was Chesney with the forearm shiver.
Well, so the key to the game now, I believe, the Union's getting all the shots they want. They're just not making them. That shooting percentage has got to go up, and they'd be right in it. So they're just hitting the rim. They just got to get them to go in now.
Sometimes it takes an 1/8 of an inch more to get that, or an 1/8 of a second longer. Just set your feet, get it in, and there you see a great shot by the Eagles, 30-11. Braxton, what are you seeing down there?
I was just going to say, and as Coach said, they want to focus on their shots. It helps them get back on defense when they make them. I think that's such an important key, is them making them layups, making the shots so they can get back on D.
Well, you know, and as a shot maker, you know, you make that 2-point bucket. Who's always the first guy back on defense after they make it, Braxton?
That point guard has to be sagging back and ready for their fast break.
Yeah, always looking for the long ball. I guess my point was, anytime I made a shot, I beat everyone back up the court. I was so happy. I was like running on adrenaline back up the court. So
that is true. That is true.
You know, Mark, back in the day when I played basketball, I was always the first one back, but rarely because I made a basket.
Yeah, I've seen you shoot before. I think I know what you're talking about. But that's interesting. You played for the state champion, Bingham Miners. Is that Bingham?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, state champion 1990.
We weren't state champions in basketball.
No,
that was golf.
I don't even know if we can call golf a sport.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, now in golf, do you get to ride in a cart, or do you have to walk in?
You had to walk. I don't know now. I think they might be able to now. I don't know the rules now.
Hey, if you're 70 years old and you got to walk 18 holes, that's a sport. You're 16, we're not giving you anything.
Fair enough.
So we've had a couple of misses on both sides by both teams. Score remains 35-11.
Oh.
What big rebound. Up and in. 37-11, Juan Diego Eagles lead right now. They can't win that one. Tonight's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Owned by the people they serve, Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. Timeout here on the court. Looks like it'll be a full timeout. No, that's a 20-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. One more sponsor helping us bring tonight's game to you watching at home. Pilot Logistics has an all-new DEF pump operating at the Pilot Logistics card lock in Naples. Stop in and fill up with the convenience of a pump. So we got the with us. I'm going to put on the microphone a couple of the Union Cougar players. John, you want to talk to these guys? They got something to say, obviously.
Looks like it.
Oh, what do we got here? We got the hit a half-court shot and win $1,000. $10 to enter for a chance. Will you take an IOU, guys? IOUs? No, they say, I don't have my cash with me, credit card. So can you hit a half-court shot?
I got you, Mark.
Yeah, you got it. All right, we're going to put John Nurden in for the half-court shot. Can you, this guy from VTV? All right here, John Nurden's in.
All right. While Mark's doing that, we'll get back to the game here.
So again, one, right?
Again, the pressure's on from Juan Diego, but Ross, she kind of handles that pressure.
So we had the Union Cougars boys basketball team up here selling raffle tickets. I tried to get them on the microphone. They wouldn't do it. They're selling hit a half-court shot and win $1,000 coupons. And John, you're in.
Well, there you go.
So what do we have to do? We just we wait for our serial number to get called?
I'm going to have Braxton shoot it for me.
Oh, that's a good idea. You know, Braxton still looks like an athlete. The two of us look like we're over 40. So,
well, and while they were here, you know, we were having a wrestling match instead of a basketball game down there. I don't know if you saw that, Mark. They went down to the ground, and everybody's grabbing everybody, and the Cougars come out shooting free throws and make that first one, which is a good start to their need to finish.
Yeah, do it with the clock stop, do it at the line. And they make both here. The bucket's made by Chelsea Burchell. And a little bit of pressure by Chelsea after the making it a little harder for the Eagles to get it up into their offense. On the left side, unable to convert, stays Blue. Braxton, we've got a half-court shot opportunity. We've decided we'll let you shoot it. If you make the shot, we'll give you $100 of the winnings. I'll keep 500 and John will keep the other 400.
Deal, I'm in.
Okay, so I don't know if you'll be able to get some practice shots in before halftime's over. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. See if one of the production staff from VTV can get out to this competition.
There you go. Again, a wrestling match down in there.
It is a wrestling match. So we went to a tournament a couple of weeks ago. So here on the L&L Motor Replay, this is what John's talking about. Girls on the floor.
And they call it jump ball, and geez, it looked like the Ross girl got knocked down by their number 3, Savia George.
Number 3, George, also a sophomore.
Oh, and there goes the Mills gal again, just right up the lane. That was the other one. That was Monique.
Monique Mills. She's done most of her damage at the rim, and her sister Dominique has done a lot of her damage from the outside. 3-ball. Long shot.
Get in
here.
there. That's a good shot.
And it is a good shot. Put down by Lexi Anderson.
Lexi seems to be the hot one on the Cougars. Just keep feeding her the ball.
Yeah, find the hot hand and coming quickly back the other way.
Speaking of a hot hand, wow. I'm not sure how many points she has. That might be something Braxton can figure out for us, but she's got to have half their points.
Yeah. Ooh, nice feed, and then a nice finish, Shayla Draper. And that's how you can do it. If they're going to pressure up, it's going to leave that baseline open, and the Cougars making more of the opportunities now than they had in the first half. There's a nice float pass, blocked out of bounds by Cassie Houston, but then the foul called. I think it might have gone on 21.
Burchell,
and the call goes to the bench. It is, oh, and there on the LNL Motor replay, you see the finish there by Shayla Draper. She's coming in from the baseline, and John, that's a tough finish, and she made it look easy. So the first shot up, no good.
Well, that seems to be about the first missed shot from Juan Diego of the night. You know, everything seems to go in for him, and maybe that's a break in the right direction. And we're now in the 1-and-1 the rest of the half for both teams.
Yeah, 7 team fouls for the Cougars, 9 team fouls for the Eagles. So the Cougars will be shooting double bonus for the rest of the half. Eagles will be on the 1-and-1 for the next 2 or 3 fouls. Ball quickly up the court, nearly a travel. Maintains the foot. Goes back, sets up again. So you see here Chesney Nielsen running the point now for the Cougars.
Oh, little hip check.
Yeah,
nice rebound though. Couldn't quite pull it in. That was Burchell again. She's playing tough. She's probably getting a little tired out there running up and down. This is a pretty fast-paced game.
It is a fast-paced game. You saw Paige Farnsworth, and a lot of times you go to the ground, you don't necessarily go down there on your own volition, but they don't seem inclined to make that call today. So you've got to make the adjustment that you know you're going to get hit. And then a pocket picked Shayla Draper. Eagles coming back the other way. Turnovers and missed shots on both sides. Both sides would be wise to calm it down for just a little bit. Cougars quickly across half line. Nice bounce pass down low. Sets up and makes it. Number 10, Lexi Anderson for the Cougars.
I know that's at least 7 for Lexi. That's a third of the points. Just keep feeding Lexi.
Yeah, a little
She's
mini
on fire.
run here too by the Cougars.
You know, and they were fronting her on that one.
Nice charge call. And the reason she got that call is that she aggressively threw her shoulders into the defender.
She's swinging them a little bit. So
that's Bryn Drummond. Also, and I've said before, she's a sophomore.
All right, so they've got that pressure where they just guard the guard, you know, and leave her open there in the middle like that. And that seems like a good way to break that pressure.
Waiting for the opening. There's a cut motion there. Missed the cutter. 2-on-1 for the Eagles. She goes right at the rim, draws the foul. A couple of teammates over to pick her up. I believe that's number 21, Monique Mills. And you watch this on the LNL Motor replay. She initiates the contact, makes sure she gets the foul, and tries to get the shot up. Doesn't, but earns herself a trip to the line. 18 fouls for the Cougars. Long on that one. Today's game brought to you by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. They have a specialized team to help meet your needs. They are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group.
And she makes the second one, gets knocked down.
Did she get knocked down or trip going backwards?
Looked like she got knocked down by Draper.
Just a little friendly love tap. Chesney having a hard time bringing it across the line and is forced out of bounds. And, you know, Braxton mentioned that earlier. The wings aren't exposing themselves to make it so she can pass it up. They're sinking too far in the corners, and they're being covered. Sometimes you say the turnover is the fault of the person with the ball. Sometimes, like in that case, it's the fault of the team for not opening up and making a,
You know, and a pass is always a two-way thing. You know, it takes two people to make a pass work. The guy giving it and the guy receiving it, in this case, the lady.
Dump off pass, left hand finish, doesn't go off the rim. Cougars knock it out of bounds.
You know, they run that play really well, that little pick and roll, and she just rolls with it every time, and they hit her. And, you know, she's not hitting all of them, but she is making a difference in the game.
And she must be a natural lefty because every shot she's made has gone on the left side with the left hand. The spin move there, I guess we'll see when she shoots a free throw. Nope, she sets up with her right hand. But you see that, she's shooting lefty on the block there, but she's going to shoot her free throws with her right hand, so.
Yeah, that is interesting. She does have pretty dang good left hand.
For a female prep player, that's not.
For a prep player, period.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
You know, it's unusual. Let's just say that. So with some polish at the line, she makes one of two, 46-20 for the Eagles. Pressure again.
And it's everybody now, so.
And it's broken. Now let's see if they can do anything with it. No. Goes right into a bad shot by Paige Farnsworth. 3-on-1. An easy finish for Monique Mills.
From Dominique. One with the assist, one with the basket.
19 for 21 and 10 for 23.
Stay here for a second.
So we can hear that. 19 points for number 21 and 10 points for number 23 coming in the ambient mic. So we're talking about Monique Mills for Juan Diego has 19 points and Dominique Mills has 10.
So the Mills have 31.
Yeah, well, if I'm doing the math, 19 and 10 is 29, but that's okay.
33. 27?
So 29 of the 48 points come from the Mills sisters. Timeout, and they give the warning there. Bring them back out on the court. Today's game brought to you by Strata Networks. Strata is the leading telecommunications provider in the Uinta Basin, providing advanced wireless broadband and video services. Strata Networks is proud to partner with VTV to provide live coverage of high school sports. Full court man-to-man press, and that takes discipline. You got to watch ball and man, know when to set the trap. Cougars beat it and get set up in their half-court offense. Ball swinging around on the edge. Like to see a couple of buckets before halftime. Not likely that you come back from a 28-point deficit, so build for the next game.
Yeah, this is an interesting coaching moment at halftime for Coach. What to say, what to do, and how to make the best out of this.
Yeah, we're going to have Braxton Nielsen try to catch one of the coaches or players for a interview at halftime. So stick with us. We'll have some highlight packages and a sideline interview with one of the players or coaches with Braxton. So stick around for halftime. You'll want to see that. And coming back the other way, another 2 points for Monique Mills. Now she has 21 on the evening. Cougars with 8 seconds left have to bring it up and try to get a shot. Get it across, 4 seconds left. I don't think they're aware of how much time's on the clock. There's a shot from three.
And she was aware. She knew to shoot that. That was well done. So,
well, great. That's it's an impressive team to watch. And I'm speaking about Eagles, although the Cougars look good in their own merits, they're just running up against a juggernaut, essentially. You know, this is a really high-quality opponent. We're going to see what the second half brings, but stick with us for the halftime, the interviews, and highlights. We're going to take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back here at Union High School.
My name is Danelle Thacker, and I'm from Bluebell, Utah. A company like Strata Networks means so much for a community like ours. I think it brings us all together as a closer community, and they've also helped me with so many things in my life. I love the fact that I have 4G on my phone, And when I'm going away on my sports trips and I know I have college deadlines, I can just pull out my phone and submit my homework online because it's reliable. I've never had a problem. This scholarship means so much to me. It shows that what I was able to achieve in high school actually does matter, and it can help me achieve my goals. I've always had a goal of becoming independent in college and being able to pay for that myself, and that really helps me achieve that goal. I was so thrilled to hear that I got this scholarship. I was actually at a track meet when I got the phone call from my dad, and he told me I had a letter from Strata, and I couldn't wait till I got home, so I had him open it for me, and he read it to me over the phone. And when he told me, I was jumping up and down. I was so excited, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy, but I didn't care because I knew I'd achieved my dream.
Almost everyone suffers a broken bone or fracture at one time during their life. Taking care of your fracture will ensure that it heals quickly and without any long-term effects. Follow your physician's instructions carefully. Take time off your usual activities and give the bone time to heal. Don't delay treatment. Some fractures are subtle and can only be seen on an X-ray or CT scan. For more information on fracture care, visit our website at www.ashleyregional.com.
High school basketball coverage in high definition, live on VTV6. Live coverage from VTV, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, The Advisor Group, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. VTV, your life in HD.
Hey, I'm Braxton Nilsson down here on the court with Coach Janine. She used to be a Cougar. Now she's coaching them. You know, tonight there's been a lot of pressure up on your guards. What are you going to do come out in the second half to help that pressure get off your guards or match their tempo?
I think we just need to come out and execute what we practiced. We knew that they were going to put a lot of pressure on. That's what they do. They like to trap. I think that we just need to execute what we practiced. Try to get our guards to be under control and make good passes that are strong instead of long passes that aren't at good angles, things like that, you know. So.
Well, your girls are working really hard. Your guards are handling pressure pretty well. So I hope you come out this second half, and I know you guys will be able to handle it.
I think so too.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah, no problem.
There you go, Janine.
You know, when we're talking about the keys to those games, you know, those guards have so much pressure on them. They're coming up, they're beating that pressure, but sometimes the shot selection's fine, they're missing it, or they make, you know, a bad shot, maybe it's time to set up in the half-court set. So, leading 50-22, the Juan Diego Eagles over the Union Cougars. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back, show you some of the highlights from the first half. Thanks for staying with us here.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at The Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Well, welcome back to Union High School. Mark Mason, John Nurden with VTV Channel 6. And John, that's a polished team. I mean, we're talking about 50 points in a half. If they keep this pace up, they could put up a 100-burger.
Not too often do you get that many points in a prep game. Not enough minutes.
Not enough minutes, and you know, it looks good. They're doing it inside, they're doing it outside, they're doing it in half court, they're doing it in a fast break. You know, I mean, we're seeing it in a lot of different ways, from a lot of different players too.
You know, and as a team, you know, there's some individual skill, but the team is doing well together.
Yeah.
Good passes interior and good finishes.
And absolutely, and the Cougars, I mean, they've scored 22 points. Quite honestly, in almost every other game, if you score 22 points in the half, the coach would probably say, that's a game we're leading or we're right in the mix on.
Yeah, if you can keep the other team under 10 and you get over 10, that's a good quarter.
Absolutely, absolutely. A great quarter, great half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights here for you today. And we're going to see it from both teams. Starting off, Monique Mills gets guarded and the quick spin, and then she shows she can do it from outside, hits the three-pointer. Lexi Anderson with a nice jumper. Then the cross down to Chelsea Burchell for a nice layup. Another layup coming from the left side all the way to the right side, Mills. Lexi Anderson for three. And then you see Shayla Draper finishing up the highlights with that nice cut from the baseline to make that layup. And that's a tough layup. But here we are, down big. What do you think's going on? You've been in a lot of these halftime speeches. What do you say?
You know, it's always tough when you're up by 50. It's hard to coach at that moment. You know, it's go out and operate well, run our offense, run our defense, do the best you can, and learn from this game. When you're down by 20 or 28, you know, it is a challenge to tell the girls, you know, we've got to work towards winning this game, but we've got to work on the things that make us better for the next game as well.
Yeah, and you want to break this game down into segments. Maybe you can't win the whole game. Let's win the next 4 minutes.
Absolutely.
Let's have an 8 to 6 4-minute run. And after we do that, let's have another 8 to 6 4-minute run. And if you can break the game down into segments and say, let's win this portion, you know, that's where you build up the confidence. And again, you've got to look forward to the next region games. I mean, obviously Juan Diego's #1 in the region. Maybe this isn't the year. But let's start breaking it down in segments. Let's go. Let's get a stop. Let's get a point. Let's get a stop and a point. You know, that's how I would approach this kind of situation.
Absolutely. Give them something to feel good about at the end of the game.
Right.
You know, they're already disappointed. They already know they're likely not going to win the game. It would be the greatest comeback in a long time.
Yeah. And never say never, but let's see what happens in the second half here. The Union Cougars hosting the Juan Diego Eagles. We're going to take a short break here. Word from our sponsors, and we'll be back for the start of the second half.
Hey, Uinta Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
My name is Danelle Thacker, and I'm from Bluebell, Utah. A company like Strata Networks means so much for a community like ours. I think it brings us all together as a closer community, and they've also helped me with so many things in my life. I love the fact that I have 4G on my phone, and when I'm going away on my sports trips, and I know I have college deadlines, I can just pull out my phone and submit my homework online because it's reliable. I've never had a problem. This scholarship means so much to me. It shows that what I was able to achieve in high school actually does matter, and it can help me achieve my goals. I've always had a goal of becoming independent in college and being able to pay for that myself, and that really helps me achieve that goal. I was so thrilled to hear that I got this scholarship. I was actually at a track meet when I got the phone call from my dad, and he told me I had a letter from Strata, and I couldn't wait till I got home, so I had him open it for me, and he read it to me over the phone. And when he told me, I was jumping up and down. I was so excited, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy, but I didn't care because I knew I'd achieved my dream.
Welcome back to Union High School, this live VTV coverage of high school sports. And Mark Mason with John Nurden. And John, let's talk about some of the players. Let's highlight Monique Mills for the Juan Diego Eagles.
You know, Monique, she's 21.1 points per game, leading the 3A. She did have a game with 32 points versus Highland. She's just a heck of a player and can do it at both ends.
Yeah, keeping in mind that a Highland is a 5A school.
Absolutely.
You know, so she's got 32 points against bigger competition, at least population-wise. Obviously a talented player. But looking at the home player, we have Shayla Draper, number 14. She's a junior, you know, and she does well for the Cougars, scoring, you know, almost 12 points a game. Scored 22 versus Grantsville. I mean, that's just going off. More than double her season average. And she's done some great things for the Cougars tonight. And you see them set up into their kind of 1-2-2 offense here, a double post, and what they're hoping for is that entry pass. And then
that's a great extra effort on Ross's part. You know, they don't slow down the pressure. You think up 28 they wouldn't put that much press on, but they didn't stop one bit.
No, and you probably won't see that. You know, one of the hard things you talked about it at halftime is how do you coach a team to keep their energy level high.
And that's a great finish.
It is a great finish from the player spotlight of Shayla Draper, number 14. And a little bit of pressure, making it hard for the Eagles to get set up right away.
Looks like Coach made an adjustment in his halftime, and he's got Birchall guarding Monique one-on-one, just boxing one basically, looked like.
You just go with her. She has 21 points in the first half. Let's go ahead and not let her do that in the second half.
Yeah, good decision, I think. I'd like to see how that works out. We'll see if that's what it really was or not here in a second.
Yeah, see if it's a design play, or if sometimes a player just gets caught up in that pressure and decides to stick with her full court. And in that case, you saw Katie Ross was down on the baseline trying to guard the post. There's a turnover at half court, quickly up and in. Number 14, Ann Nilsson. Oh, excuse me, that was number 12,
Curran.
Becca Curran. Turnover it again. Wow, and just a shove down. Shayla Draper hits the deck, no call. Another basket for the Eagles.
And then Monique hits the deck after that shot as well. So the refs are kind of letting it go, yeah. A lot of nice rebound.
It was a nice rebound. She almost gets another. That's number 33, Cassie Houston. And then another turnover. The Cougars maintain possession.
It's a good find.
It was a good find. And Lexi Anderson gets it up and in.
Right in there to Lexi. You know, that she's scoring them right away. So good battle.
Both players on the deck. And I'll tell you right now, Shayla Draper is going to have a little, she's going to have some
bumps and bruises on those.
Court burns on the knees after tonight.
Yeah, and then they really hurt on the side of your leg right there where your shorts right up. And you know she got one right there, so.
Oh, there's an easy steal, and she's going to pass it up to Lexi Anderson. Lexi's on the deck. All sorts of players on the deck.
And they just battle for that one to earn it back. So that Lexi Anderson, she just crawled right over there, would not let it stop.
You know, Braxton, you're down there. You have an basically a courtside view of this going down. Every one of the Cougars is on the deck on nearly every play.
Man, they're being aggressive down here. It's fun to watch, an aggressive team, back and forth. The Union Cougars, they're on the ground, they're diving, they're working for it. They want it.
Yeah, they want it, and you know, the point differential being what it is, you know, they aren't giving up. They're going to say we're going to fight till the clock reaches triple zeros up there.
It's exactly a coach. He said that they're going to play with no fear, and you can tell they're not. Even though they're down, they're working hard.
Ooh. Boy, and that shot just got enough of the rim. Shayla Draper thought it was going to be the perfect pass, and it just caught just enough of the rim to make it so she couldn't adjust and get that layup.
No, it was right there.
Cross half court, ball shot from the corner, air ball. Put back, no good. Mills up, misses. That's going to put Monique Mills on the line. Nope, Dominique Mills.
And that was Chelsea Birchall with the battle there. Just not letting her have it easy, which is good. And she's got 2 fouls on her. So
2 fouls here early in the half for the Union Cougars, no fouls for the Eagles. Tonight's game brought to us by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name, but they're still the same great company you can rely on. Dominique makes the adjustment, makes the second. 57-26.
Looks like we've got the score right now. And decent start to the second half for the Cougars.
And that's just a miscommunication. Cassie Houston's coming up. Looks like what's going to be a screen. And Lexi Anderson's expecting her to kind of dive towards the rim. And then Katie Ross gets a foul down here low. First team foul. First. She draws the foul, excuse me. First team foul for the Eagles.
Mark, you all right?
I am all right.
You having a seizure moment?
I'm going to be okay.
Good. Well,
this is one of those, instances, and it only happened to me like 15 times where I'd get the ball and run to the wrong basket and score a layup. You know what the best part about that is? Sometimes you get that ball and you're on the opposite half, and you go to the other rim, so you caused a backcourt violation, but it confuses everyone that even the referee doesn't call the backcourt violation, and they go and score this bucket, and then you're embarrassed. And
yeah, that's always fun. I never did that, Mark.
No, yeah.
That was Ann Nelson.
That's why
with the
I got cut
spin.
in the 3rd grade. Oh, dangerous thing, yeah, and we've got to be really careful right there. Cassie Houston caught it, and she was pinned right up against the line, so she had nowhere to go backwards.
She wasn't sure. It looked to me like she had a toe on the other end, and she could have gone back. You got to have all 3 parts, the ball and both feet established, but, it was tough. So she did the right thing, not throwing it back, and ended up with a jump ball there. In essence, a turnover, but
that's that was pick and roll. And the way she split the 2 defenders with that pass, sometimes you have these scorers that don't have great court vision, but that right there was great court vision. That's just understanding what's available.
That is a great turn and shot by Lexi.
Right at the free throw line, and do you see how high her elbow and hand were when she shot that?
I did. That was really pretty shot. I think she should just shoot it from there every time she can. I think they've decided to make that pass and work the ball in to Ann Nelson, and they keep getting it there. And oh boy, that was pretty on the L&L replay. Just a good finish with her left hand.
She goes for a 3 the old-fashioned way at the line, and again finishing with that left hand. You're going to see she actually shoots with the right. So a talented player that can finish on both sides. And there's the correction there. He wants to make sure there's only 1 shot. The referee underneath the hand of the ball held up the finger for 2, so the whistle and the correction.
And our game today, Mark, is brought to us by Moon Lake Electric. Owned by people they serve, Moon Lake Electric is a cooperative, not a privately owned company. They've been around since the 1938, powering our community, so providing that power for us. Good company.
Great company. You guys are out there on Facebook. Find Moon Lake Electric and like them. Make sure you send them a post. Thank them for helping us bring tonight's game to you here on VTV Channel 6. That's just a wily little play by Katie Ross.
I can't believe they're putting a full court pressure on, and I guess I get it. They just want to win, but it's 66-28. You might let them bring it down to play a little offense.
Yeah, they're coached a certain way, and they go that way the whole time. And you talk about sportsmanship and understanding when it's time to back something off. That's a tough thing,
And Nelson does a great job there of not carrying the ball. She dribbles a high bounce and doesn't come over the top of it. Did a good job.
I thought that 3 was good. I was looking right down the barrel of it, and it looked like it was right on line. Doesn't go, and the Eagles come back quickly the other way. Tried to enter the pass down to Ann Nielsen, and she's been a beast on the low post. That ball just came a little too quick. She couldn't handle it with the left hand.
And I'm sure that the coaches said, let's go into Ann, let's work on our post game. We're good with the Mills sisters, and let's work on that. And there she gets a foul. Comes over and tries to take a charge, and no, it's a great effort.
Well, watch this on the L&L Motor Replay. Shayla Nielsen out there breaking ankles, fakes right, goes hard left, and then comes and gets herself 2 free throws. What a play by Shayla Nielsen.
Mark, she's got some tape on her hand. I'm not sure what she's got there. Looks like a bad thumb. That's always tough. You know, you can't really, that tape doesn't really do much. It just mentally makes you feel like you got something protecting you, and it hurts every time. She'll get that thing hit because it just sticks out there.
Yeah, you know, I bet you that injury's that old goalkeeper's thumb, you know.
What is it that again?
Your goalkeeper's thumb, you spread that thumb out and it rips that tendon off in there. And you're right, there is nothing more painful, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So.
Wow, that was an interesting play there. The 2 girls fell down, and here we go on the replay. Looks like Nelson just comes over the top and lands on her, and they don't call anything. There's just a no call there, so it's Cougar ball. We like that. If you're a Cougar fan. Those watching from Juan Diego are happy anyway. Look to get an interior pass, and that's a good look, but you know, it's a tough job there to get it in there on the Cougar side. And we just run down the other end, and it makes it just too easy. That was too easy of a basket. We've got to be harder on them than that. And again, the pressure is unstoppable.
Ooh, and Katie comes across and says, you know, Monique, I'm a little bit tired of you scoring easy baskets.
Yeah, just like the last one was too easy. So she said, no, I'm not letting this one happen. And there wasn't that much of a foul there. You know, I think Monique was focused on the rim. And anyway.
You know, that's what Coach always taught us. If you're going to make a foul, make it count.
Yeah, it's so often, Braxton, you bring up a valid point. You see these guys, it's a soft foul, and it makes it an easy 3-point bucket. You know, you got to pin those arms down or make sure you get the ball or something, but don't let them score and then get that 3-point bucket. Those are just the backbreakers.
Yeah, exactly.
And Monique doesn't certainly need any help.
No, yeah, Polish scores. She hits both of the free throws. She's going to come out of the game.
I wonder if she's committed to go play college anywhere. That would be an interesting item to know. I don't know if Braxton can figure that out.
Yeah, we'll send you on a fact-finding mission, Braxton.
He's got the thumbs up down there.
So in for Monique is Mia Berengor. Fresh
and
set
that
of
was
legs
a really good job getting in there. Elisa Berge, she got in there and got that jump ball, created the turnover.
Driving baseline, runs out of room, but gets up the shot. She's going to get 2 free throws.
Boy, she stepped back really well. I like that a lot.
Here on the L&L Motor Replay. Watch, she gets trapped, steps back, creates that angle. Lexi Anderson with a nice play. But today's game is brought to us by Ashley Regional. Visit ashleyregional.com where you can find healthy recipes, information on medications that you might be taking, look up diseases, find out symptoms and treatments, and John, my favorite, watch videos of surgical procedures. Find that at ashleyregional.com. Special thanks for Ashley Regional helping us bring you today's game. Ball's up and in. Lexi's doing her part.
Lexi's averaging 8 points a game, and she's looking to break that today. Looks like she's got a few more points. So, well done. Keep feeding her. Boy, I think he bailed her out on that one. You know, she may have got fouled, but he called that one way late, and it looked like the play was over.
Here on the L&L Motor Replay, we're going to find out if you're right.
Ooh, she did get her after the fact, but she got the ball early.
That's a touch foul for sure.
It is a touch foul.
I've done a little bit of refereeing in my day, and sometimes I've got that whistle in my mouth, and I've predetermined that the foul is going to be called. There's 2 people running on a fast break, and
you know, I would assume that the ref down there doesn't believe that for 2 seconds. You know, he thinks he's seeing it right, but you're right. It is hard not to do that. So.
I just had somebody say you're calling her Shayla Nielsen.
Second one's up, no good. Rebound to the Cougars. Looking for Katie Ross, find her. Pressure up high, and she's going to swing it outside. They get that in, and number 25, Hannah Horrocks, doesn't make it, but it was a nice pass. And then Ross gets caught on the fast break, fouling Dominique Mills. Goes to the deck. 16 fouls for the Cougars. 1:38 left here in the third period.
You know, Mark, it's looking more and more like they're going to get to that century mark.
Well, they were at 50. 1:33 left. If they can score 4 more points, they're on pace for it. Cougars have a little bit of something to say about that.
Great defense, a great little move by Ross. And they're going to stop the clock, shoot some free throws.
Chelsea Burchell with a nice drive on the L&L Motor replay. Does a little ball fake to get past Mia. Then comes in, creates that hard contact. Ooh.
And Cassie Houston did a great job of blocking her off to get that opening in there.
Making the seal right there, for sure.
So she's got 2. First one's good.
You know, that was a pretty impressive play. Katie handled the pressure really well, was able to kick it to a wing, and then that was a good penetration by Burchell. And, you know, like you said, that seal-off, it was a really good play. These Cougars are down, they're still fighting, it's fun.
No, they need to work on that stuff so they can do that good against the teams that they're tight with, and they need to win a game. That's a great play to go to. And she makes them both, you know. Way to earn them at the line.
It's a nice job.
Coming quickly back the other way, kicks to the corner, misses the three-pointer.
And they're moving the ball with pace.
Boy, and the Monique Mills is back in, and she was so wide open. You'll see on the L&L Motor replay, oh, we missed her. She was doing the happy dance, flinging her arms back and forth. And oh my gosh, that's another one of those fouls. Their feet got tangled up and she went down, but there was no body contact. But put her on the line for another free throw. 1:05 left here in the third period. She goes for her free throw, makes the three-point play the hard way. Today's game brought to you by Strata Networks. Live stream of tonight's game can be found at strata.tv, powered by Strata Networks. Oh, look at Ross doing it down low. No foul there. Bryn Drummond comes by, hits her on the ball and hand, and then there's a foul called.
That was a great find, seeing her down in there. You know, Ross does a good job to use her body to get in the way, to get that foul called. So, Cougars retain possession. Looks like we had a sub come in. You know, and that defense is just pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. Mills on the fast break finishes with the left hand. 76 points. I've called a lot of basketball games on the high school level.
76 is usually an overtime game. So
I have not seen a 100-point game in all those years.
You know,
boy, look at that shot. A little fake going to the right. Hannah Horrocks with a beautiful play.
And you know, it's kind of mesmerizing. We get watching that, and that's just an offensive game both ends. You know, even though the Cougars haven't made their shots, they have been taking a lot of shots, and they've made their fair share. 35's not a bad score in a prep 3 quarters.
Right.
Again, same thing we said at halftime. You know, they're scoring more than 10 a quarter, but up against what did you call Juan Diego? The number 1 team in the state?
Yeah, number 1 team, a juggernaut, I think was one of the words I used.
The juggernaut.
You know, this is a team that really is basically looking at the end game. And you'll remember a few years ago, the Union Cougars, the girls, they had a 3 or 4 year run. That was their goal every year, and they got all the way up to 2nd place and competed in the championship game, got within a hair's breadth of making that, you know, that dream come true. And so right now the Cougars a little bit on an upswing, trying to get back to that perch. And the Eagles are there right now, but you know, you've got 2 scorers graduating next year. it's not going to be a given. They're going to be right back to that same form. So,
absolutely. Well, and that's a great find and a shot, quick and early. You know, they don't take very many passes. They tend to take the first shot they see on both ends. Shot, shot, shot.
1 second left, up, no good. So that's going to bring an end to the third period. Juan Diego leads the Union Cougars 78-35. We'll be back after these messages.
Almost everyone suffers a broken bone or fracture at one time during their life. Taking care of your fracture will ensure that it heals quickly and without any long-term effects. Follow your physician's instructions carefully. Take time off your usual activities and give the bone time to heal. Don't delay treatment. Some fractures are subtle and can only be seen on an X-ray or CT scan. For more information on fracture care, visit our website at www.ashleyregional.com.
High school basketball coverage in high definition, live on VTV6. Live coverage from VTV, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, The Advisor Group, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. VTV, your life in HD.
Well, welcome back to Union High School.
Seems like we're having a little technical difficulty with our man on the sideline, Braxton. He has a little update for us for the college-bound, likely Mills gals. Looks like he might have figured it out or shut it off, one or the other.
Are you with us, Braxton? No, Braxton, we'll come back to him here in a second. There's an air ball on the three-pointer. And I think the Eagles smell 100 points too, because the way they're pushing right now.
Yeah, they're putting the full court pressure on up by a lot.
Yeah, there you are. We were talking at the break about the Mills sisters, and you were able to go down and talk to the bench about their the next level for them.
Yeah, the Mills sisters, we were able to talk, and they have a lot of offers right now, but they're not signed anywhere. But they do have a lot of offers, and you can tell they should. They're great ball players.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll go together as a package.
That'd be a cool deal.
You know, it does open the game up and give the Cougars a lot of opportunity to break that press and get those easy baskets. But they're still having a little trouble getting it down in there to the low, those simple layups. You know, the pressure's just tight enough. That's a great skip. And I like how she attacked the basket.
Oh, just short, but a nice rebound, puts it up on the left side. Well done by Chelsea Birchland.
Nothing wrong with 3 offensive boards for the Cougars.
No, work on the things you can work on. Don't worry about the other team. And that was, like you say, that skip pass, it had a high degree of difficulty, and it only missed being intercepted by ½ inch, but it led to points.
Absolutely. Wow, that was a tough shot she just made there. Yeah. You'd think she was going to need to use the backboard, but she just slopped that one in there up over the top high. Wow, you know, and they get a hand on it, and Monique.
Double dribble.
Yeah, I'd like to see that if we have the replay. That was interesting. She went to go around her back and score the layup.
I think she did the double dribble. It comes right here, and you'll see it come right there.
Yes.
Yeah, she realized it. I think when she went behind her back, she's like, oh, crap.
Dang it.
Oh, well, you know, can't win them all.
But she stays in the game. They got a few subs in, and, you know, they need to sub with that much pressure. They're just tired. They've got to be dead.
Oh,
that's a great find.
Oh my gosh! I've got to tell you, Katie Ross threads a needle, hits Chelsea Birchland stride, who makes the layup. That was a great play.
And Chelsea tries to get the steal on the inbounds, and Juan Diego retains the ball. But you know, they're putting in some effort right now. I like it.
Little dump off pass by Mills on the left side.
You know, and it's just simple. She just sees the floor well.
Oh, and then a steal right there at half court. No double dribble this time. She puts it up and in.
That's too easy for her. We can't get lackadaisical, even down this much. You got to play tough. You know, and that wasn't as lackadaisical, but that was a tough one too. Just turning it over too much. Boy,
now they're just firing.
They got no fear, Mark.
No, I mean, they're just firing 15 feet at the rim, three-pointers. Timeout for the Cougars. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Do you surf the net every time you shop? Well, forget the hard drive and make the short drive down to L&L. We have the best selection in the basin. At L&L, we're making the car buying experience all that it can be because we're not here just to sell you a car. We're here to build a long, happy relationship. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Welcome back to Union High School, where the Union Cougars are hosting the Juan Diego Eagles. Tonight's game brought to you by the Advisor Group, financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. They have a specialized team to help meet your needs. They are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. Wow, a lot of contact right there at half court. Nothing picked up. Mills hits the bucket and the harm. She'll go to the line. Well, 91 points.
Yeah, that was...
No, we've got 90 to 39. If she makes this, it'll put it to 91. 9 team fouls for the Cougars, 6 for the Eagles.
You know, the worst part about Juan Diego getting 100 is it's going to be in the paper. Yeah, you know, that's going to be a story. And I wonder if the story will be a good thing or a bad thing. I wonder how that'll come out with those who follow girls basketball.
Well, you know, you see some of these, you know, big prep imbalances, you know. 100 to 39 would, or 91 to 39 would qualify as an imbalance. And you talk about that sportsmanship level, and there's a lot of chatter right now, you know, understanding that your foe are people too, and even though you want to make an accomplishment, there's a big three-pointer, number 25, Hannah Horrocks. And
I think they only gave her 2.
They only gave her 2.
We've got a TV screen in the way to see that, and it was hard to tell, but it was a 2-pointer.
There's a travel on the wing by Mills. You know, and your foe deserves your respect. And they talk about that a lot. You know, at what point should you take off the gas? What point should you take off the full court press? When should you really try to bleed some, you know, take 30 seconds off each possession, you know?
Sure.
And, you know, there's two sides to that argument. There's the sportsmanship, and your people, you know, your foe has feelings and, you know, deserves your respect. But at the same time, you know, there's the other side. It's competition. You know, we're going to do our thing, and the way to do it is to stop us.
You know, you're right, and I don't know if there's any national implications. You know, if they're trying to do something there. I don't know. It's a little different for me, but 52 points is, you know, I wouldn't have a full court press on, and maybe that's why I'm not the coach and I'm up here talking about it.
Sure. Cougars beat the press this time outside, and that's a nice shot. We've made 2 in a row. Shayla Draper hits that one, and that's good ball movement.
Nice finish. Apparently you're... Go ahead, Braxton.
I was just going to say, I know you guys are talking about the pressure that's going on, and Yeah, as a coach, you'd probably pull back, or like you said, you're not the coach. But it is good for these ladies. I don't think they'll see a pressure like this against other teams that's this good, and it might help them for the season too. And the girls are handling it really well.
That's why I like Braxton. Always putting the positive spin on everything. Well said.
And you do have to get used to pressure, because if you're in a tight ball game and the other team puts on a press, they're probably not likely going to do it as well as the Eagles. Good spin there, Braxton. That's why we brought you along. 95-43, 2:58 left. Today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. Replay coverage is brought to you by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care.
So looks like coach has decided if he's going to get to 100, it's not going to be with the Mills girls. Looks like they're done for the game. So we're going to be shooting some free throws here. Clock stop.
Yeah, that's the 10th team foul for the Cougars, so double bonus the rest of the way out. And taking a seat tonight is Chelsea Burchell, picks up her 5th foul.
She played really well tonight.
She did. I am proud of what she did. And again, I want to point out the fact that they scored 43 points so far. The game's not over. The men's team only averages 53 points a game. By the time they're done, they could be there. This is a high-scoring game for the Lady Cougars here tonight, and Chelsea was a big part of that.
Well, I like that little kid running out in front of her as she's going to shoot the free throw. That was probably jinxed her a little bit, made it tough on her. So send him again.
Yep, send him back through. Bryn Drummond with the 2nd free throw.
She probably didn't even notice him.
Misses both.
It's just high-paced. We're still going 100 miles an hour. And quick shots and shooting free throws on both ends now.
Shayla Draper, pretty jump shot, just a little bit short. You'll see on the L&L Motor replay.
Right in the face.
There's that hack down, and you saw her go right to her lip as soon as she got done shooting. So.
And she makes that. That's excellent.
Makes the first. Today's game brought to you by Assy Regional. Assy Regional is a place where you can receive quality orthopedic services. Check them out at assyregional.com. They've been with us for years, helping us bring live sports action to you here in the Uinta Basin.
Well, that's a good extra effort to get the rebound, and it goes Juan Diego's way. Now we're going to have a little pressure from the Cougars. I like it.
It's good to see some of these younger girls getting in this varsity game right now and getting to have a point and some experience in this pressure and type of game. As much as Juan Diego's still pressuring and stuff, it's good for these younger girls.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to put them on the line here for a 1-and-1, and I believe it's going to be number 25, Hannah Horrock shooting. No, they put Katie Ross on the line. So let's take a look while Katie's shooting this. She's got the first, the 1-on-1 right here. If we can bring up our broadcast schedule.
I know that I believe the next game is next week here again on Tuesday. A big game, the rivalry here in the Basin. I believe it's Union and the Utes here on Tuesday next week.
Tuesday the 20th. Look for us live at strata.tv. So yeah, that's the 20th, Uinta at Union. And men's and women's basketball, the women will start at 5:15. That'll be live on strata.tv, and the men will tip off at 7. So look for that big game next week.
Yeah, and we've got another game right after this one today. Hopefully we have a little different result.
Yeah, watch the men's teams for both programs, and they average about the same amount of points per game. Have similar records, so we'll see what happens.
Well, they took the Mills girls out and haven't scored since, so that's an interesting dynamic they have there. Oh, and it's a battle for the ball in the bottom, and Juan Diego comes out with it, and there the Cougars get it and push the ball out.
1:27 left here in the game.
The rest are just letting everything go now.
Yeah, they want that clock to run as much as everyone else does, I think. And so here's going to be a jump ball.
That's good effort. Both girls on the ground, getting that ball, getting after it.
Yeah, it's amazing what, and here you see on the replay, my ball, nope, my ball, and...
No, good effort, both of them.
Set play here, gets it in.
Oh, that's a good look, though. I like the play.
Yeah, Ashlyn Bird trying to get that score. And Ross, here's a little taste of your own medicine. Picks Savea George's pocket, almost anyway. Tries to go back the other way.
Wow.
Shot by the Cougars. Three-pointer by Mia. Long.
She goes up and under and gets those free throws coming, so.
Yeah, Bree Veltri gets herself a chance to hit 2 points. 49 seconds left here. I want to remind everyone that DVD and Blu-ray copies to tonight's game are available. Go to vtvchannel6.com or call the friendly folks at 435-781-1902 for your copy today.
You know, Mark, would like to also thank the high school administration and coaching staff for their helping coordinate and making our coverage possible tonight.
Yeah, they've got a lot on their plate trying to get this event put off, and they certainly make VTV Channel 6 welcome when we get here. And it's quite intrusive, all the things we put up, and I know it's a lot of work. Nice play there. Shayla Draper receives a nice pass and puts it high off the glass and in. And the Eagles coming back, still shooting threes like they're down by 10. With 26 seconds left, they got 100 points in their mind.
It's not going to happen, I don't think. Which I think is a good thing.
Full court pressure still up. Caught by Shayla Draper, tried to bring it up. It's turned over. And here they come. They're going to try to score 100. There's the three-pointer. It's short. Kick it out. Try to hit another three. Yeah, wow. They celebrated like they won the World Cup. But
wow.
A little bit in poor taste, in my opinion. And at the buzzer, the Cougars hit a bucket. Done by Ashlyn Bird.
Boy, that's a high-scoring game.
That is a high-scoring game by both teams. The Eagles win 100-48 here on the Cougars' home court. We're going to go ahead and look at the highlights now. Here's the spin move by Mills. Mills with the big three-pointer. You see Lexi with the shot. Chelsea Merchel makes the shot. Mills comes around the side. Lexi Anderson with another three-pointer. The ball down to Shayla Draper, hits from the wing. Draper from the low post, up and in. Lexi Anderson, pump fake, scoops and goes in, and then with the left hand, and Nelson. Then the deep ball by Lexi Anderson. And Mills doing what comes naturally, scoring on the fast break. Well, John, that wraps it up for us. Juan Diego Eagles beat the Union Cougars 100-48. We're going to take a break. For those watching live, stick around for the men's game, where the Union Cougars men's team will host the Juan Diego Eagles. We're going to take a break and hear a word from our sponsors.
Live coverage from VTV, brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Strata Networks, The Advisor Group, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. VTV, your life in HD.